Hello everyone, welcome to Your City in 5. I'm Martin Padilla, filling in for Ricky Saillas. We're here at Scenic Drive, where Scenic Sundays takes place. We'll tell you all about Scenic Sundays and the new fall schedule, but first, here's a quick COVID-19 update. COVID cases continue to rise at an alarming rate in the Sun City, which is why the mayor and emergency and health officials took a proactive approach and issued additional restrictions to look at ways to slow the spread. Some of the restrictions include reducing capacity at local businesses from 75 to 50%. All restaurants will need to stop providing dine-in services after 9 p.m., but can switch to takeout or drive-thru. The complete list of restrictions can be found on the 6th Local Emergency Directive at epstrong.org under the Health Order tab. Health officials are also pleading with the community to take the time to get tested, keep practicing health guidelines, and more importantly, to speak with the city's contact tracers.
People are letting their guard down. Most probably they're having COVID fatigue, and that leads to opportunities for the virus to spread a lot faster among our community. There's still many of the young people do not develop some or all of the symptoms, or they might be asymptomatic, and when they go visit their relatives, they're getting them infected, and those are the ones that end up in the hospital.
Wearing a face covering, practicing social distancing, and washing your hands is the best way to fight off the COVID-19 virus. Testing remains free and no appointments are needed at the 3 state sites. Appointments are needed at city sites and other partner sites. Health officials continue to urge everyone to get tested, especially now that the flu season is here. If you do happen to test positive for COVID, you may get a call from a contact tracer.
Well, contact tracing is extremely important because we ask a lot of questions. It's not because we want to intrude into people's lives, but we want to understand a little better how people get infected, when they get infected, and how can we do to prevent these infections to happen. If we know that there's common denominators like gatherings, like particular places, then we will be able to act upon that information to prevent further infections.
We ask the public to practice health and safety etiquette. If you are sick or have been around someone who has been sick, we ask you to please stay home and away from others. Information including testing locations can be found on epstrong.org as well as the city social media pages. Meanwhile, the Public Health Department has named their new director. The City of El Paso appointed Angela Mora as a new City of El Paso Public Health Department director after serving as interim director for the past 3 months. Angela Mora joined the city's Public Health Department in 2008 as a deputy director and has more than 30 years of public health experience. Congratulations, Angela. In other news, the Parks and Recreation Department has updated its Scenic Sundays fall and winter hours. Scenic Sundays will now be from 7 a.m. to noon. During Scenic Sundays, Scenic Drive is closed to vehicles to allow runners, joggers, walkers, and cyclists an opportunity to take in the panoramic view of the city from the Franklin Mountains. We encourage the public to come out and get some exercise, all while practicing social distancing, and if you are not participating in physical activity, please remember to wear a face covering. Also, we want to remind the public, if you go out to any park, please make sure to pick up after yourself. For more information on Scenic Sundays, make sure to visit elpasotexas.gov and click on the Parks and Rec tab. Now, if you're looking for a virtual experience, well, look no further. Chalk the Block has gone virtual this year due to COVID-19 for the first virtual arts festival. From virtual vendors, an at-home chalk art competition, and music spotlights, all of this can be found by visiting chalktheblock.com. Don't miss out and experience Chalk the Block from the safety of your home. The El Paso Public Library has expanded its hotspot program to provide free internet access to those who do not have access at home. Patrons will need to place holds on the hotspots or request them by phone and pick them up at curbside. A checkout agreement must be filled out and a valid public library card is needed to check out the hotspot. The Hotspot Loan Program is free for qualified students and checkouts are good for 6 months. If you need it for more time, you will need to call the library to renew. For more information, visit elpasolibrary.org. In other news, the El Paso International Airport successfully completed a live fire training and full-scale exercise to ensure passenger safety and security. During the week-long training, the El Paso International Airport Rescue and Fire participated in live fire training designed to test the skills of firefighters through intense and realistic fire conditions. This was the first time this type of training was held at the airport, allowing airport rescue and firefighting personnel to train in real-life fire scenarios. Well, that does it on this edition of Your City in 5. Remember to keep up to date with everything that's happening in your city by visiting our social media pages. Remember to wear a face covering and get your flu shot to keep your community safe. For Nigel Sherman, who's behind the camera, I'm Martin Padilla. We'll see you guys in the next Your City in 5.